Guys, as you can see, we made this simulation using the EasyEDA simulator. You can see that LED is on and we have the simulation running. And when the simulation is running, the voltage drop across the resistor is said to be 3.18 volt. Across LED is 1.82. So when we add them, so it becomes 5 volt exactly over here. Now I open the switch. I click on open. Now again I run the simulation. I click on run the simulation. And you will notice that the LED turns off and the voltages are also gone because these voltages are negligible. So they are like something leakage voltage or something. Now I again close the switch. I go to the right, I click on state to be closed, I run the simulation. See, the LED is on and the voltages are good. Like we are getting 3.18 volt across the resistor and 1.82 across the LED, total 5 volt. So that's perfect. So welcome to learning microcontrollers. In this video, I will teach you how we can use the EasyEDA to make the simulations. So we know that EasyEDA is a free tool. So unlike Proteus, it is free. So you can use it for free to make the simulations. So we will be using this tool to make the simulations. Moreover, the EasyEDA also allows the PCB layout and the schematic designs as well. So let's get started. So guys, we already have a video introduction to EasyEDA. The difference is that that video was for the professional version, and the professional version only allows you to go for the PCB layout and the schematic design. While this version, that is a standard edition, will also allow you to make the simulations as well and run the simulations as well using the PSpice engine. So let's get started. Okay, now just go to your Google browser. Just write down EasyEDA in the search bar. This opens up, click on the first link. And here you have this download button or design online, but I suggest you go for the download. Click on download. And on the left side, you have EasyEDA Pro Edition. And on the right side, you have EasyEDA Standard Edition. My previous tutorial was on the EasyEDA Pro Edition. So this can only do is that it can design the schematic. It can also design the PCB layout. Now remember to be logged in. You can go for that tutorial. You can take a look at that lecture. In that, I showed you how you have to sign up here. This account I have already logged in. To download, you need to sign up, and we have already done that in the previous video. So now let's click on EasyEDA Standard Edition, download it. I have Windows 10 64-bit. I select this one. Go to your downloads. I already have this downloaded, so I just run it. I click on it. Once it downloads, just click on the setup, and this setup will pop up. You just have to install it wherever you prefer. Just install it at this by default folder. I click on next. Wait for it to installation to complete. Here we go. Now it will automatically start up. And once it starts up, it tells you on the right to first log in. Because remember, if you do not log in, you may be able to use the software and you may able be to make a simulation as well. But the problem will come when you run the simulation, it will ask you to log in. So your simulation, you will not be able to run the simulation. So it's better to log in. Click on login. Now the same email that we used in the previous video, we signed up on the EasyEDA website, you will use here. This is a free software. They don't ask for money. You just have to log in. So I will log in using my Google account. So I write here microcontrollers.learning@gmail.com. I click on next and I write the password like this. And I click on next. I have two-way authentication turned on. So I authenticate it. Here we go. I wait. Okay, here you go. Now we are logged in. Now we can also make the simulation. We can also run the simulation. Now take a look here by default. It says EasyEDA STD. So take a look here. It says a standard mode. Now you click on it, change to simulation mode. Here you go. Now it says EasyEDA Sim. So now we are in the simulation mode. Now next is file, new project. Now write the name of the project. I write LED based tutorial. Okay, I click on save. Okay, here we go. This window pops up. It says you can have a hotkey called press space to rotate or R. So that's something of the new. So by default, we have this window over here. Now we can make the simulation over here. Now go to the left side. Here you have the bars from where you select your components. And on the right side here you have the wiring tool. that will be used to wire. There is a drawing tool like to make square circles for the schematic, and on the right side you have the properties for the components. Now on the left side, first we need to make a simple circuit using an LED. So on the left side, go to common library. There you write LED in the filter. So this is the LED, click on it, place it wherever you prefer. We got the LED. Now we need a resistor. There we go, resistor, place it wherever you prefer. Now we need something like a button. I wish we can have a button. Okay, here we go, an SPST switch. Here we go. Now I need voltage source. I write V. Here you go, the voltage source. Okay, this one, voltage source, I place here. Okay, now we set the properties, click on the voltage source. By default it says to 1 volt, we want to make it 5. Next is the button is fine. The resistor, it's 1K, but I want a 220 ohm, like this. The LED, it's red by default, I make it blue. That's okay. Now we wire up. Now go to the wiring tools like this, go back. Now you can do the wiring like this. You can also just take it like this, it will automatically wire it up like this, and also do the other side like this, go and connect it. Now guys, for the simulation purpose, you need to give a ground. On every simulation software you have to do it. Now write here ground, G and D. This is, oh sorry, G and D. This is the ground. I place it here and I connect it to this wire like this. Now the circuit is completed. Now guys, what happens if I run the simulation? Let's try. Okay, there is a simulation. I click on run your simulation. Okay, it worked. Okay, now this is not an error. It says that we are basically using the simulation transient response. Now go to the simulation. In the simulation setting, you have options like you want to do the AC analysis, DC sweep, DC transfer, DC OP operation, whatever. We are just running the transient response, and our time is like it starts from 0 and it is 1. It is a 1 millisecond transient simulation. So you can make it like 10 or whatever you prefer. I make it 10, no issue. I run. Now see, it has become 10. Now what we do is that simulation, the LED is off. Why? Because the switch is open. Now I close the switch. So click the switch, go to the right, click on state, make it close. Now again run the simulation. You can also run the simulation from here, this button called run your simulation. Click on it. Now the LED is turned on. That's perfect. So that is what we just wanted. So again I open the switch and now I run the simulation. See, now it's off. Again I close the switch. Now again I run the simulation. Now see, the LED is on. Unlike the Proteus, your simulation do not run in real time. It runs in like turn-based system. You have to do the setting, then run the simulation, whatever the circuit is. There you go, it will just make that circuit work. So you get the transient response in that way. So that is how the simulation here works. Now guys, this was just a basic circuit for your understanding. So this is it. I hope we guys got some introduction to EasyEDA simulator, that how to install it, how to use it. So we just add multimeters as well. Let's check the voltages. Okay, to verify the simulation. Okay, on the left side there you have the multimeter. Okay, I place one here and one here. We check the voltage drop across the resistance and also across the LED. Connect the positive here, the negative over here. For the other, connect the positive before the LED, here, negative after the LED, over here like this. Now they're connected. Now run the simulation. Okay, it says 3.18 volt along the resistor and across the LED is 1.82. So 1.82 plus 3.18, it's perfectly 5 volt. Now we open the resistor and see what happens. I click open. We run the simulation again. Okay, see, these are like negligible voltages, like some drop or something. So again, I close the switch. Closed. I click on run the simulation. Again the same. So it's perfectly working fine. So guys, this is it. I hope you learned something from this video. We will be using this software in our future videos as well for some complex simulations as well. So stay tuned. So we'll see you in the next lecture.